Hey folks, it's Mr. Parsons here. It's time to talk about this week's class readings assignment on the topic of civil rights. We have two readings for this week. The first one is an excerpt from the graphic novel March, and the second reading is from the novel in verse Brown Girl Dreaming. A novel in verse is a novel told through a series of poems, and we're going to be reading one of those as our second reading. At the top of each reading, you're going to see a context box. It provides background about the author and the text, a series of YouTube links that are connected to the reading, some key vocab to help you with any difficult words in the passage, and then focus questions, which we'll come to at a later time. For today, you're only going to be annotating these texts with up, down, and both responses, and you're going to be explaining why. Remember, this is a protocol we use to assess how a text is making us feel, and it's the beginning of literary analysis. Let's take a look at how this is supposed to be done. We're going to use the first cell of March for our example. In this picture, you can see John Lewis standing on the porch of his childhood home in Alabama, and you can see his parents are sitting on rocking chairs. As a narrator, he says, "The thing is, when I was young, there wasn't much of a civil rights movement. I wanted to work at something, but growing up in rural Alabama, my parents knew it could be dangerous to make any waves. Stay out of trouble. Don't get in white people's way." This definitely makes me feel down, and I want to do an annotation on this. I can use the plus sign on the right or the add comment button in the toolbar at the top to add my remarks. I'm going to use the one on the right. This section makes me feel down because the fact that people were afraid of white people like me means that terrible things had been done before. I want Mr. Parsons to take a look at my comment. So I'm going to add the @ symbol by using Shift and the number 2. And then I'm going to type in BP. And you're going to see my email come up at the top. When you click on it, it's automatically going to send me an email with your comments in it. And I'll be able to respond to you. And that is our way of communicating about what you're seeing. I click the comment tool and it's right there. You can see that my annotation is now on the side of the document. Your job is to do 2 to 3 of these annotations per reading. So for a total, you should be looking for 4 to 6 up, down, both annotations as you go through the readings. I hope this video makes this assignment clear for you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in class. And I hope you enjoy the readings for today, March and Brown Girl Dreaming.